curve here. Phillips curve is that's the EAS model. So first thing you have to know is that the Phillips curve is looking at the relation between inflation and unemployment. So our y to the sky axis is going to be inflation, I and F. I'm just going to abbreviate it here. And our unemployment is going to be down here on, this is easy to remember because price level, inflation, is on the y-axis, and GDP, which indicates the level of unemployment, is always on the x-axis. So it doesn't name all that. Then we have a downward sloping short run Phillips curve like this. We call it SRPC, short run Phillips curve. And the short run Phillips curve is downward sloping because of the trade-off, right? If I have, say I'm in a recession and unemployment is rising, when unemployment goes up, my inflation is actually going to, so there's a inflation reduces as aggregate demand shifts left, but unemployment goes up. So while inflation going down is good, unemployment going up is bad. And vice versa, right? If we have an inflationary gap, inflation is going up, right? Then unemployment is going to go down. If aggregate demand shifts right, price level rises, GDP also rises, pushing down employment. So that's why it's downward sloping, inverse relationship there. Then we also have the long run Phillips curve. Ooh, that's bad. Let me redraw that for you real quick. I can't even erase it. All right. So we have our long run Phillips curve, which is just a vertical. That's not that much better. Just a vertical curve. Okay? And this long run Phillips curve is at the natural rate of unemployment in RU. This is also 45. Okay, that's long run Phillips curve. This indicates in the long run, there is no trade-off between unemployment and inflation. In the long run, we're always going to end up at at 45%. We know this based on our long run supply. Same principle applied. Now, let's say that they ask us to first start at full employment. We indicate full employment at the intersection because I'm at the natural rate of unemployment. We'll call this point A. And this gives us a certain inflation rate. So I'll call this I or 1. So that's where we start. Now, let's say they tell us to put this into a recession. How do I indicate a recession? Well, it's important to, I'd like to visualize the aggregate curve. So when I go into a recession, aggregate demand shifts left. When aggregate demand shifts left, our price level is going to fall. So we're going to have a decrease in inflation. At the same time, GDP is going to fall. So when GDP falls, unemployment doesn't go down, unemployment actually goes up. So we show a recession, the color here was better. We show a recession as a point to the lower right of our full employment because this gives me an unemployment rate, call this U2, an unemployment rate that is greater than the natural employment, higher than because I am in a recession. More people are unemployed. And my inflation rate goes down as a result. That's that trade. Now, what's going to happen in the long run? Well, again, I find it useful to think back to the actual ADAS model. In the ADAS model, when I'm in a recession, eventually wages are going down. When wages go down, because unemployed workers are going to be willing to work for lower wages, when wages fall, aggregate supply shifts right, fixing our economy. Now, when aggregate supply shifts right, what happens to inflation? What happens to employment? Well, when AS shifts right, my GDP is going to go up. When GDP goes up, unemployment rate is going to go down. Okay, so that's the first thing. It's going to go down all the way to the natural rate of employment. Also, when aggregate supply shifts right, my inflation goes down. Right? In fact, I'm going down and down. I'm going to this point, which isn't currently on my SRPC. Call this point C. How do I get there? I get there by shifting the curve SRPC to the left. I'll call it SRPC 2, and that is a leftward shift in short run. In the long run, just like it always shifts the full. In the long run, our short run Phillips curve is going to shift back to full. Okay, so that's one going into recession. Next, we'll look at goes into an inflationary gap,